Okay, so I wanted to go ahead and start recording your lesson for Tuesday. So by the time you're seeing this, it's already Tuesday. So you'll have a good idea what to prepare for. So again, I'm going to go through some of the steps that if you didn't watch yesterday's video, then you're not going to know what to do. So you go to modules. Let's start here. Go to my first period because it's the one that's most set up. So if I go to my first period, which any period will have this, and you go to what's happening this week, you're going to be able to see exactly what we're working on this week. So this week we're working on rhetoric section 1. So I'm sorry, I said Tuesday. I forgot. Monday we weren't here. So actually, this is for Wednesday. So Wednesday's lesson. Got it? So we're going to go to rhetoric section 1, and I have everything already split up. So let's go look at Wednesday's assignment. First things first, you're going to complete your ReadWorks assignment. That's a daily assignment. So when you click on that, it's going to ask to open in a new tab. And it's going to ask for a class code. Now, your class code is KJJ36K. Okay? KJJ36K. It's in, if you go back here, you look over here, in your daily resources, ReadWorks access information. So when you click that, it's going to tell you exactly how to get into ReadWorks, okay? So next is a short video. Now, in this video, what we're looking at is Sojourner Truth's Ain't I a Woman? Now, Sojourner Truth gave this speech, I want to say 1870s. It was not long after the Civil War, so clearly it's still in an era when slavery and black or African American suppression is still very prominent in America. So Sojourner Truth, and this is during the first women's suffrage movement in the United States. So we've had two women's suffrage movements in the United States, and women's suffrage is the movement in which women began speaking out and saying, here's what I want. Here's what I want as a woman. Here's the respect I need as a woman because I'm not getting it. I'm being treated poorly. And there's plenty of great women's suffrage movement writers in both eras, era 1 and era 2 of the suffrage movement. So you have late 1800s and then mid 40s, 50s also for the suffrage movement. So 1940s, 50s, I'm sorry. So this one's late 1800s. And what this video goes into is it's a dramatic representation of Sojourner Truth's speech. So what her speech is she goes to this church, right, where there's a women's suffrage rally. And right before she gets up and speaks, there's a man who comes up and he says basically, yes, this is what we need to do. We need to be treating women better. We need to open carriages for them. We need to help them move. We need to do all this stuff. And Sojourner Truth gets up there and she goes, this is great and all. I'm glad you all want to help women, but what about black women? What about women of color? Because she says, and the whole speech revolves around her saying, ain't I a woman? So she says, ain't nobody helped me walk out of a carriage, and ain't I a woman? And her entire point behind this is she given a speech saying, what about me? Yeah, I understand you say women, but what about colored women? What about women who, whether you're, Hispanic, Latino, black, African American, Haitian, whatever color you are, what about me? And that's what her speech is. And she's looking for representation for women of color. So it's a wonderful speech, very moving. It's one of my favorite speeches ever. I love Sojourner Truth. So you can get a good understanding of who she is through this speech. After that, you're going to watch Rhetoric Video 2. So Rhetoric Video 2 is tied to Rhetoric Video 2 assignment, okay? And if we look at the assignment, it's going to have just 4 questions. So you're going to answer those 4 questions while doing the assignment. So I think there's only 2 stopping points in the video, so you should just be prepared to answer multiple questions at a single stopping point. Should not take you long. After that is our discussion board for the day. And we do a discussion board every single day. So this one's a little bit longer than yesterday's because I'm requiring you to respond to 2 students. So when listening to Sojourner Truth and Iowa's speech, it is incredibly difficult to not feel inspiration. Her words are inspiring and impassionate. Sojourner Truth was giving the speech in response to the mistreatment of women. Do you think people responded well to her speech? Do you think Sojourner Truth was an educated woman? How do you know this? Which part of the speech stuck out most to you? Did you find it inspirational? So I want you to look at this speech and just really give me a 50-word, see, minimum count 50 words, and reply to at least 2 students with 25 words, okay? Now, that 50-word count, what I want you to do is I want you to tell me what part of the speech stuck out the most to you. Where was your head at when you were watching it? And if you need to, go back and watch it again. Watch it again and write while you watch it. 50 words is about 5 sentences, so I expect 5 sentences. If you give me less than 5 sentences, I'll give you a 0. We're in high school, we can do word counts, okay? It's not hard. 50 words is not hard. So 50 words, 25 word replies, okay? And that's going to be it for Wednesday's work. So again, start with ReadWorks. You have an assignment in there. Then go into watching the Ain't I a Woman video. That's just, I want you to kind of get an idea and inspiration for rhetoric. And then the assignment video tied to the lesson. And of course, again, if you have any questions, you can always message me and I will do my best to answer you. But I may be teaching at that time. So whenever I get a break, I'll answer you.